Norwegian telecom giant Telenor has sought compensation from its Indian partner Unitech Wireless following the cancellation of its 22 telecom licenses by the Supreme Court. Telenor is also now going to look for a new partner here in India. Gauri Dwivedi joins us with all the details on that breaking story. Gauri, this is a big move. One might say it's probably along expected lines. You've been hearing this buzz for a while now that Telenor will now seek a new partner. Take us through the details.
That is correct, Sandeep. Ever since the cancellation of licenses happened, in fact, Sigve Brekke in his first press conference had also hinted the fact that there would be certain legal options against its Indian partner that it will have to evaluate, and that is exactly what the company has done. If you just read out the statement, the Telenor's legal counsel says the legality and the validity of the license was a fundamental term of the share agreement, and the fact that Supreme Court cancelled those USL licenses conclusively demonstrates a clear breach of Unitech's warranties, and that's the reason why the company has taken legal steps against its Indian partner, has ended all ties with its Indian partner, and also more importantly, what it really means for Telenor going forward is starting afresh. Last time around, they entered the market after licenses were issued. They had no choice but to partner with an Indian partner who had already bought the licenses. This time around, it's a completely different situation. They want to enter the market, they pay for the spectrum, and then of course, depending upon the spectrum in the circles that they get, they of course buy the license. License is just a piece of paper. This time you have to bid for in the auction, and that's exactly what Telenor's strategy is likely to be. End all ties with a partner that has a lot of 2G taint attached to it, start afresh, and of course they have written down investment in India, but by no means does it mean that they will not continue to be in India. Of course, this is also a very strong signal that the company is looking to probably start afresh in the country, and of course it also means that there could be new ties that will be formed probably after the auction takes place, because remember, the auction rules are likely to allow global companies to probably bid alone and then in the next 6 to 8 months comply with the FDI norms. That is of course 74% held by Telenor and 26% likely to be held by its Indian JV, which of course, and also an important thing here, Sandeep, is that till now its JV with Unitech was a very, very bitter and acrimonious partnership, really, something that of course has now ended.
Gauri, very, very briefly, if you can just tell our viewers in a simple sort of way, what kind of damages in terms of amounts of money that we're talking about could Telenor seek, or is that something that still needs to be worked out?
It could be huge, Shaili, given the fact that the investment the company has made in this in India. It bought 67% in the company for over 6,000 crore rupees. It has made a total investment of over 14,000 crore rupees. Of course, the legal argument really here is that entire investment was made on the premise that the license is valid. So if the license is not valid, the entire 14,000 crore rupees of investment goes down the drain, and something that will be a huge legal argument when it starts really making those tall claims, and of course trying to seek a lot of those refunds from Unitech. Of course, the big question remains, how much can Unitech refund and provide for as far as Telenor's claims are really. The Unitech, of course, is not in the best of financial health itself.